It's your boy Gemzy 2. You know what it do. Oh, well. YouTube is a very interesting platform where a lot of people want to come and make money on YouTube, but it's not always sunshine and rainbows, just to believe it or not. There's a lot of creators on this platform that don't really make a lot, and you got some that do make a lot. This video that we about to react to is going to dive deeper into it, and I'm also going to give a scoop on my intake because I know a lot about this stuff too. So people starting YouTube and you want to get to know more, please watch this video. Make sure you guys subscribe, and if you don't know about my main channel, go subscribe to the main channel. IRL content over there. We got the hottest streetwear clothing right now on the website clubindica.com. Go cop your tees as well. Yeah, let's get into this video, y'all.
So, let's delve into the truth about making money on YouTube. Now, in terms of how much ad revenue all of that earned in 2020, the main channel here earned a whopping $2,082,858.68.
I think I'm about $30,000 in credit card debt right now.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Both of these two great YouTubers have fairly similar audience sizes, with several million subscribers. So, how can they be in such different financial positions? One a multi-millionaire, one in credit card debts. And of course, it's not just these two. There is a divide all across YouTube, where some creators seem to have incredibly glamorous, luxurious lifestyles, whilst others talk about struggling to even pay their bills. Now, their spending habits are obviously a factor in that too, but the truth is that when it comes to making money from YouTube ad revenue, views are not paid equally. Some creators get paid far more for the exact same amount of views. You see, YouTube don't set a price for ads. They don't say, you'll get X dollars for X views. Instead, every time an ad is displayed on a video, advertisers bid how much they're willing to pay to be in front of that content.
That's literally how YouTube works. It's something called CPM, cost per mil, and there's something called RPM. How that usually works is that it depends on what type of content you make. If you make vlogs, pranks, and all that, you're gonna have a lower CPM most likely. Versus if you make like, if your channel is about how to, whether it's how to make money or how to whatever, right? Those channels typically make more because you got advertisers that bid on how much they want to put towards that person's video and how much they want to pay for that, for their ads to be on their videos. CPM pretty much is the cost per mil, and they'll show you a certain price, right? Let's say you're making like $5, right? No, let's say you're making $7 for every 1,000 views, because that's how much you'd be making for every 1,000 views, right? So usually like at the end of the month, right, they'll tell you all the thousands and thousands of views that you've made, and then they'll give you how much you made within that month type shit. So whatever your CPM is, that's how much you're getting every 1,000 views. Usually people with higher CPMs get paid more versus with people with lower CPMs get paid less, obviously. It all depends on what type of content you make. Some type of content get higher CPMs than others. It all depends on how that bid advertiser is. I'm not gonna keep talking. This person's gonna explain it way better than me, but I know a lump sum about this, really, for real.
Which means that for certain types of videos, advertisers will pay much more. Let's go back to our example of Graham Stephan and Laugh. The reason Graham's ad revenue is considerably higher is because he talks about finance and investing. Topics which advertisers are willing to pay much.
That's literally what I was talking about, like how-to videos, especially about money, they get paid a lot.
You often have higher profit margins. And you also know that anyone watching a finance video is very likely to be interested in what you're selling. Whereas Laugh's channel was pranks and now vlogs.
What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? Pranks, vlogs, that don't get paid as much versus if you was making how-to videos on like crypto, how-to videos on like DIY, like just anything how-to. I promise you, you're making more. Like someone could be a prank and vlog channel, right? They could be making tens of thousands of views, right? You got somebody that has a channel that makes how-to videos. They may get like a couple hundred or a couple thousand views, but not tens of thousands like that prank channel. Person with the couple hundred views, a couple thousand views that's making how-tos, they're getting paid more for their videos, and they're making less views in the channel with tens of thousands of views, right? That's because it's the CPMs. He's making content that gets paid more by the advertisers versus this person here. They're not making a lot because, bro, these advertisers are not really paying much to be put their ads on that person's videos. That person that's making less views is making more than that person over there making pranks and vlogs. You know what I'm saying?
They don't fully know who's going to be watching those type of videos, and they don't really relate very well to any particular products or services. So, when it comes to YouTube ad revenue, the riches are in the niches. Certain types of videos are simply much more valuable to advertisers, and so they will earn far more. And if you have your own channel, when you go into Creator Studio, you'll be able to see which of your videos advertisers are paying most for by looking at the CPM. This metric tells you
CPM, y'all.
Pay for every 1,000 monetized views of that video.
Exactly.
So, hypothetically, a comedy sketch may have a $2 CPM. A video about insurance could have a $40.
I've been trying to tell niggas, your CPM can be as low as $2. Someone else's CPM can be $40. So every 1,000 views, that means that if the person that's making comedy sketch has a $2 CPM, that means that they're making every 1,000 views, they're making $2. So calculate that from among all the months. It's not going to be as much money paid out versus someone that's making $40 of a has a $40 CPM is crazy. That's great. That person can make their videos can get less views than the comedy sketch guy and blow them out as far as the end of the month when they get paid. They got tens of thousands more dollars in their bank account. $40 CPM is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
But for every 1,000 views, the insurance video is getting 20 times more money.
Yep.
After 1 million monetized views on both videos, one would have about $2,000 and the other would have $40,000. And whilst that may seem a little unfair, it does make sense. Because you can imagine an insurance company would be willing to throw big money to be in front of a video that's about insurance. Whereas not many companies are going to throw big money to be in front of a comedy sketch. However, if you are in a niche with a typically low CPM, remember that every video is ranked individually. So if you were making a comedy sketch, if it was a comedy sketch about making money, finance, investing, real estate, business, lawyers, or anything else that advertisers would likely pay more for, you can still get a high CPM. Because YouTube is looking at the words you say within your video and your title and tags.
But also you gotta take in consideration that some people don't want to make how-to financial videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's also about what you truly love to make on YouTube. If you making videos about comedy or pranks, vlogs, if that's what you love to do, do that. You know what I'm saying? It's also smart to have other income sources coming in outside of YouTube. Like if you're doing crypto or some type of stocks or real estate or whatever else that you bring in money, I highly suggest trying to build more income outside of just YouTube, especially if you have a low CPM as well. Or no, not even just that. Just make incomes for yourself regardless. You know what I'm saying? Don't just rely on YouTube income. Don't. I'm trying to tell you, don't.
For example, if we go back to Laugh, he said that one of his most profitable videos of all was when he interviewed a day trader. Now, he has interviews with far more views, but because day trading and investing are keywords with such high CPMs, he made considerably more money from that video. So if you really wanted to, you could deliberately make content around topics that are known to be more profitable. This meme perhaps sums it up best. Advertisers don't just pay more for certain topics and keywords. They also pay more depending on who the ad is being shown to. For example, most advertisers will pay considerably more for views from people in first world countries, especially America and the UK. Simply because they know people in these countries typically have a higher amount of disposable income to spend on their products and services. After all, it's a bit pointless running an ad for a $500 product in countries where the average citizen could never afford that. In fact, because of the large amount of data Google has on most people, advertisers can target their ads based on a huge amount of different factors, even things like interests and estimated household income. So, the amount a YouTuber earns is not just based on what their video is about, but also who is watching it, and how much advertisers are willing to pay to be in front of those types of people.
You guys gotta realize there's so many factors that go into how we get paid as a content creator. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest, first, like my main channel, if you guys watch my main channel, I make like IRL pranks, you know, just overall IRL content, not necessarily how-tos. I mean, I get paid decent. Definitely not a $40 CPM type of decent. But I make some, you know what I'm saying? I make some. But I also, you know, you know, have other income sources outside of YouTube. That's why I got my clothing brand, clubindica.com, get you hottest tees, you know what I'm saying? Do that. Yeah, and I just, you know, I try my best to just build as much as I can, bro, because, you know, YouTube is fun. I love YouTube, but also, you know what I'm saying, I gotta have some money outside of just YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And I highly suggest, you know, just building income, even if, it don't matter how much money you're making on YouTube, bro. Get some money outside of YouTube, bro. Real.
Stick with me here, because this is how you genuinely can become a YouTube millionaire. Stop viewing your YouTube channel as a hobby or a job. Instead, think of it as a business. Because once you introduce all the different revenue streams we just talked about, especially the last one where you sell your own product, or even your own service like coaching, it becomes more than just a YouTube channel. The YouTube videos become free marketing for the products and services that you're selling. And that's where the real big money is.
But you also gotta realize as well too, with YouTube, if you really have the passion for it, don't just think of it from the money. You know what I'm saying? Don't just think about the money. You gotta actually have love for the content itself. You know what I'm saying? Actually producing videos. I remember when I started my channel on the main channel, I was doing videos for free for a year and some change before I actually got monetized and started getting paid. You know, my first YouTube check, I ended up buying my first camera for $500. You know, ever since then I'm like, yo, I gotta take YouTube serious. You know, and it's been like that ever since. You know, I was on my phone. Hey, if you want to start YouTube, trap on the phone. It's okay to be on the phone. Then work your way up. If you got a 9-to-5, use that 9-to-5 to invest into getting cameras, ring lights, stuff like that. You know, it's a process, you know, and don't necessarily think of it from the money side, because you have to hit the requirements of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And 1,000 subscribers it's not hard to get, but it's the 4,000 watch hours that really you gotta be mindful of. You gotta really put in the hours of like YouTube, like getting good content, you know what I'm saying? And you just can't do any content expected to take off. That's another thing too. There's something called vidIQ that I highly suggest that people download on your computer. It's called vidIQ. Go get it, because it'll show you if you have a video idea, type in that video idea on YouTube and it'll show you how popular that video idea is. The score, it's gonna give you a score between like 0 to 60, right? Anything that's close from like 0 to 30, don't do the content, bro. That means like it's not you're not gonna get a lot of views from it. Versus something that's like more the green, which is like between like 50s and in high 50s and 60s. That's a green light to go ahead and do that content. It's called vidIQ. Y'all go look it up, get more info on it. But yeah, that's the whole scoop with like YouTube. But like y'all gotta understand, this is like YouTube is like a full-time job. Like if you really want this for real, you have to put in that work. I got the 8K on my main channel just strictly off the soul of myself. And 8K may seem like a lot for people that don't got 8K, but 8K ain't shit. Like I want to get way more than 8K. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hit 10K. And that's why I say to you guys, y'all gotta support me. Y'all gotta support. Without y'all, I can't even do this for real. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Drop that like button. Your boy, I love you guys always, all right? Just trying to put y'all on game, all right? I love y'all. It's been Gemzy. We out.